What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, Rich Paul is starting already. Now, when LeBron first announced that he was going to Philly, I immediately said that if this thing in Philly don't work out, they were going to make probably Joel Embiid the like he was going to be the scapegoat or somebody else on the team. But I was more so thinking about Joel Embiid was going to be the scapegoat because Joel Embiid seemed like he is the because of his injury history and him not being able to, not being available all the time. I think he was the easiest target, right? Jalen Brown has a championship in Boston, so it's kind of hard. Then you have Tyrese Maxey, who is younger, right? And so the Philadelphia fans they've seen Tyrese and they know what he can do. So it'd have been hard to a little bit harder to make Tyrese the scapegoat. And so the obvious choice to me would be either Joel Embiid or the young kid Edgecombe, right? And so now you have Rich Paul and Max Kellerman on the show talking about possibly trading Joel Embiid. Now, Rich Paul trying to give some pushback to try to make it seem like, he not with it and all this other stuff. But, I see right through this, right? So what I want to do is I want to play the audio from what Rich Paul and Max Kellerman was talking about, and then come back and give my reaction.
Because you have optionality. So basically, you're putting LeBron in a Draymond type of role on that.
I don't
that
think they can
Sixers
keep
team.
Embiid. I don't think the team can keep Embiid because he's like a victim of his own excellence in the sense that I don't care how good he's feeling in the offseason and all that. And look, if he stays healthy the whole time to win the whole thing, he proves me wrong, right? But he is such a big piece to integrate and then have to work around. And then if he comes back to integrate, and every year of his career, it's always something else.
Man,
if I'm the Sixers, I'm moving off Embiid as soon as possible.
Come on, Max.
I wouldn't let this go by the wayside. And by the way, when healthy, he's the best player on the team. That's the problem. You just don't know when he's going to be healthy.
In the playoffs, you want mismatches.
Yeah, but
if Embiid is healthy, he's a mismatch every night.
And you know what happens? He comes back to the lineup. He plays well, but they lose because they have to figure out how to play with him.
No, but
he plays well again, and now they win because they figured it out.
No,
and then he's out of the lineup.
You have a different team now, though, Max. Don't get me wrong. You have to figure out how to stagger minutes. This is all about staggering minutes.
How many minutes you give Embiid a night?
To start the season?
No, like throughout. What's he averaging a night?
Well, you would hope all these guys are averaging around 32 minutes a game.
If I'm the Sixers.
Now, all right. No way. All right, you got Joel Embiid, who played, like I said in other videos, he played, I think, 38, 39 games last season. So this right here is opening the door. Like what Max Kellerman is saying is opening the door later on for Rich Paul to come back and say, well, I see what you're saying, and maybe they should, make some moves. But then the thing about that is, if you get rid of Joel Embiid, and some people said they're thinking about bringing in Anthony Davis, right? Anthony Davis is somebody who hasn't been able to stay healthy himself. So I think the thing is, no matter who the Philadelphia 76ers bring in, if they don't have the type of success that they want to have, LeBron James is not going to be the one taking the, he's not going to be the one taking the fall for this. But what I want to say about when you start as an agent, like I don't even think Rich Paul should be even discussing something like this with with Max Kellerman, right? Because number one, to me it just looked like tampering. Then on top of that, I just think it's evil for an agent who's not your agent to be in a discussion on a platform about trading whether or not we should trade. Even if he's saying we should keep Embiid, that's a discussion as an agent you don't even want to have publicly, right? Because you don't want people to think that you're tampering, and you wouldn't want somebody to be talking about LeBron James in that manner. You're like your client, right? Rich Paul already did this with what's the other guy? Austin Reeves, right? And fortunately for Austin Reeves, he was young, had a really good year. You know what I mean? He last couple years he's been doing really well and getting better for the Lakers. So the Lakers organization saw more value in Reeves than they did LeBron James, and so they made a decision to go, in his way and give him the big money. But now you have a guy who is Joel Embiid is older. His situation is not like Reeves, right? And so I think that, to me, they're going to, like I said, make this guy the scapegoat. And I just think it's, to me, that's just evil, to trade somebody and uproot him and his family, especially when you're putting somebody in that position and you're not even their management or anything like that. And you're talking about, you don't have anything, you're not the team. You just have players on a team, but you're not a part of like that organization. But to put this type of stuff and this information out there in the atmosphere, in my opinion, I just, I just see this guy, Rich Paul, as a gatekeeper. And, that's why when the Lakers got rid of LeBron James, man, so many people was just happy about that situation, man, because people just tired of LeBron James and all of the drama that comes with LeBron James and his organization.
So I'm keeping Embiid under 28 minutes a game in the regular season.
So you heard what they had to say about.
So, all right. So Max Kellerman said keep him under 28 minutes. I just think that even if you keep him under 28 minutes, I think it's still going to be hard to keep Embiid healthy, right? I want to get to the part where they were talking about this other kid, Edgecombe. Let me see right here.
VJ Edgecombe. And the reason why I say that is because if he embraces it the right way and don't listen to anybody on the social media channels in terms
you're only averaging 12.5 points this year.
That don't matter.
Right. Does not matter.
Because points don't necessarily equate to a deal all the time. I think people get that. That's so confusing.
OG Anunoby got, because he's a winning player, and it was very clear, his quality of his play when healthy was very clear, got $200-something million.
Yeah, it's value. Because it's value.
Edgecombe, to me, out of everyone on that team, I would, and by the way, I know Maxey is your guy. I might take Edgecombe's future over everyone. Edgecombe, as a rookie, did a couple things. First of all, he's very athletic. And secondly, he can shoot. But what I saw, Rich, when you see an athletic guy who can shoot as a rookie having a good season, I want to know how he plays when the pressure gets ratcheted up. He played well in the playoffs as a rookie.
Yeah.
All right. And so, so now you have Max Kellerman and Rich Paul talking about Edgecombe, right? And trying to, put it out there that Edgecombe should accept a lesser role. Again, I don't know if I'm Edgecombe, man. I'm not really worried about accepting a lesser role so LeBron James could shine. Now, somebody like Jaylen Brown, if Jaylen Brown come in and he's going to be the number one option, then I think Edgecombe could probably be the third option, right? Embiid and LeBron James, they just get in where they fit in because both of those guys, number one, Embiid can't really stay healthy. LeBron James is up in age, so I don't know why LeBron James want to be the second or the third option. I think LeBron James could be a facilitator for that team. I think LeBron James can be a great role player, but trying to diminish the role of this kid Edgecombe, LeBron James, and then he could be a career killer. I think what's the guy named Carl? What's the guy named Knipp, or the one who got drafted the same year as Bronny James? Man, I think I blame LeBron James, the kid from Tennessee. He messed up his career. He never really got an opportunity to to develop and grow. It's crazy, man. And I can see why players coming to the league, would want no parts of playing on a team that LeBron James is on, man. Because this guy will stunt your growth, or he will just destroy your career, use you as leverage. And you see already what Rich Paul is doing when it comes to Edgecombe and when it comes to Joel Embiid. They don't really care about anybody's career except for LeBron James' career. And so I'm not even convinced, in my opinion, that Anthony Davis wants to come and play with LeBron James. He played with LeBron James, I think, for like 5-6 years, and probably was, one of the happiest people when, he had to leave the Lakers, man, because it's just a circus being with LeBron James. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, man, I'm going to check y'all out in the next video. Peace.